the local MP, Anthony Mangnall, has said in a statement that he's asked the company, South West Water, what the issue was that's led to that contamination and making 22 people sick. And he said it's a damaged air valve in the Hill Head area, which may have allowed animal waste or contaminated groundwater to enter the local supply. As we're reporting, South West Water have increased compensation for households that have been affected by that intestinal parasite. It's made at least 22 people sick. The local MP is saying that he has been told that a damaged air valve may have allowed animal waste or contaminated groundwater to enter the local supply. Some 16,000 residents have been impacted and bottled water has been given out to locals. The water companies say that their customers are going to receive an additional £100, which means they're going to receive £115 in compensation. They're still advising people, though, to boil their water before use. Well, in a statement, the company, South West Water, said protecting the health of our customers and providing them with clean, fresh drinking water is our #1 priority, and we will continue to work around the clock to make sure that happens as soon as possible. They said South West Water are working closely with the UK Health Security Agency and other public health partners to urgently investigate how cryptosporidium is getting into the network so that it can be fixed and the drinking supply returned to the high quality expected by customers. Well, our West of England correspondent Dan Whitehead has more.
The UK Health Security Agency said yesterday that they anticipate that number to be much higher. And to be honest, I've probably spoken to more than 22 people who've got it in the last couple of days. So that number is clearly going to be much higher. Anecdotally, the GPs are seeing an increased number of calls. And this is a really nasty bug. I spoke to one mum last night who had to rush her 13-year-old son to hospital. He was being so violently sick with the bug. And I spoke to another mother who was on day 10 of having cryptosporidium. You really wouldn't want to wish it on anyone at all. As you said, the water distribution points were at one of them here in Broadsands car park. South West Water have today set up a second point. We had to queue obviously with everyone else to get down here, about half a mile of queues constantly to get into this point. People are being given 6 packs of litre bottles. That is the limit, and you can see the volunteers here loading those into the cars. They are delivering water to vulnerable people. We're going to a care home shortly where obviously there's real concern because the care home manager said we simply can't boil enough water. So they are getting larger quantities of water delivered to those vulnerable residents. The outbreak really is centred on the Hill Head area of Brixham. And if you think of Brixham Harbour at the bottom, and about 10-minute drive further up the hill as you head away from the sea is Hill Head, and there's an underground reservoir there. Now, we were there this morning, and there were around 6 or 7 South West Water vans and a dozen or so engineers all on the top of the hill peering into the ground there from a distance. They wouldn't let us on and they weren't overly happy that we were there filming, but we were really what we think is the sort of epicentre of this outbreak of this parasite. South West Water saying a small amount of that parasite was found in tests yesterday morning, and experts that Sky News have spoken to say that it could be at least a week that this continues to impact people. But if you get this infection, cryptosporidium, it's very nasty and it can be with you for 2 or 3 weeks. So this is something that is going to rumble on for quite a while. I was speaking to the people living closest to the reservoir, I'd say 200 metres away. They were only given, according to them, leaflets from South West Water last night saying you need to boil your water. And on Tuesday, they were told by South West Water that the water was perfectly safe to drink. This is what a couple of them had to say.
As far as experiences go, absolutely nothing until to sort of announced. Personally, I've had sort of stomach cramps for just over a week. Didn't think anything of it until a couple of days back when it all sort of blew up through, I suppose, social media in effect. And then you sort of put 2 and 2 together, so just report it into the health people. But action's been taken sort of since then. South West are trying to sort out and do whatever they can.
Well, obviously I heard on the news and that it was supposed to be safe. But my wife has been drinking water to keep hydrated because she's diabetic. and the insulin that she had to have was doubled, and basically that affected her to start with. So keep drinking water has made her worse. So we're in a dreadful state.
Residents in the Hill Head area of Brixham speaking to me just a couple of hours ago. Look, for most people, this doesn't make them too ill. It's a bit of an inconvenience. I think the uncertainty comes with simply just not knowing how long this is going to go on for. And for those people who really are suffering, the UK Health Security Agency, as I say, confirmed 22 cases, but 70 others suspected. I think that number will go much higher.